I was in a business scenario where we had founded this startup. We raised about 23 million in the C round. We were about to close on 30 million in the D round. And in the C round, we had a corporate entity come under the guise of a corporate investment. And in reality, they brought a patent attorney to basically lift the idea. So by the time we went to the D round, about a month before we were going to close, all of a sudden the patent surfaced, and all the investors in the D round, which we had 30 million committed, went poof, went bye-bye. And so the lesson there is we kind of lifted up the kimono. We had what we thought was trust. And the reality was there was sort of nefarious aims with this company. Why? Because their existing business that we're going to disrupt represented about an 800 million a year opportunity for them. So they were looking to kill us before we got to market. And so sometimes, strategically and tactically, you have to be thoughtful about what you show, what you conceal, and when you show it. And ideally in a medical device, I'll take this as an example. Once you have IP, which we did have, and once you have market share, you have a little more leverage. You de-risk the opportunity, and you have more leverage as to negotiating power with a given, in this case, strategic big company. So I think there's times where you have to conceal in a business sense because every business is competitive, right? And everybody, if you look at Tesla and what they're doing, there's so many people trying to figure out his recipe for success. And why is he so successful? Because they want some of that opportunity. And by the way, Elon would say, look, if you look at the car market, I think he said Tesla's going to be about, if we got 1% of the market share, that'd be astronomical. It's so huge, right? So, there's a big piece of the pie that people could grow into from electric car standpoint, but you can bet dollars to donuts that there's people trying to figure out the strategy and how to usurp Elon Musk, how to get an advantage, because this market's hot. So from that perspective, I think concealing your intentions on a business side can be very useful.
It reminds me of Art of War, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. And I agree 100%. There's a time to be shrewd. There's a time to be highly competent and conscious of what's happening around you. I have NDAs, you know what I mean? To be able to be at that place where you understand that it's not the time. Even I feel like Jesus kept his powers like silent for a little bit before he did the water to wine. He's like, it's not my time. He was waiting for the moment to do what he did to make the impact that he wants. And so I think it's definitely, it's true that there are some times where shrewdness is extremely important, where you need to be quiet. You need to be under the radar. You need to kind of have that ninja movement in order to strike when the iron's hot, when nobody expects it. That's when it becomes the overnight success, even though it's been a decade and a half in the making,